Hi, this is Arthur, and this is a summary of the story of the trailblaze continuance Jolted Awake from a Winter Dream, released in Honkai Star Rail version 1.4. The Trailblazer meets with March 7th on the Astral Express when Bronya messages them. Bronya invites them to the Soul Warm Festival on Belobog, and they agree to go. They try to get Dong Hung and Himiko to go, but they decline. They head to Belobog and meet Topaz, an executive of the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation, or IPC. They continue on to Belobog and enjoy the festival before meeting Bronya. When they reach Bronya's office, Topaz is there. Topaz leaves and Bronya tells them what they were talking about. 700 years ago, the Antimatter Legion invaded and brought the Stellar onto Belobog. While many people fled, some investors from the IPC lent money to those on Belobog who wanted to stay and to fight. Belobog was then cut off from the rest of the galaxy by the Eternal Freeze. With the Stellaron resolved and connection re-established, the IPC now wants to collect on that debt. With the interest period being about 280 years, the amount has become astronomical and impossible to pay. Topaz threatens strong measures if the debt is not repaid. Bronya asks the Trailblazer to help negotiate with Topaz and they agree. The Traveler meets with Topaz but have an unproductive conversation. Just then they receive a message from Zila asking for help dealing with IPC soldiers in the mines. They head down and fight the soldiers when Topaz orders them to withdraw. The soldiers leave and they return to Bronya. Meanwhile, Topaz meets with Svarog and says the IPC taking control of Belobog is the only way to protect it. Topaz also says that she has the ability to take over all automatons on Belobog. Svarog agrees to cooperate. They reach Bronya and she tells him about a message she just received from Topaz. In the message, Topaz talks about her own history. Topaz comes from a planet that was on the brink of environmental collapse. Then the IPC came and fixed the environment in exchange for all citizens of her planet becoming IPC employees. Topaz joined the IPC soon after, hoping to save planets in the same way hers was saved. Now, Topaz offers Bronya a contract offering the same thing. The IPC will fix the environment in exchange for turning everyone on Belobog into an IPC employee. There's no time for a vote, so Bronya asks the Trailblazer to run around and ask locals for their opinion. The Trailblazer does so, but the opinions end up in a tie. Bronya then decides to sign the contract when Himiko shows up. Himiko tells them that only 63% of planets that go through IPC environmental reconstruction succeed. With that information, Bronya decides not to sign the contract. Bronya then asks the Trailblazer to find Topaz. Meanwhile, Svarog takes Topaz to an ancient automaton factory that the IPC gave Belobog 700 years ago. This is likely to demonstrate Belobog has value to the IPC. The Trailblazer tracks them down to that location and Topaz attacks them with a bunch of IPC soldiers. Just when Topaz is about to attack herself, Bronya arrives. Bronya calms everyone down and takes them all to the Engine of Creation, the giant robot that helped them defeat Kokolia. Bronya tells them that the Engine of Creation was something built solely by the people of Belobog and is capable of fixing the environment. This convinces Topaz to go back to the IPC and persuade them not to take control of Belobog. Topaz heads back to deliver her reports and the Trailblazer rests at the Gota Hotel. Sometime later, Topaz is talking to someone named Aventurine and agrees to work with him on something related to Penacony. And that is the end of this mission in this video. If you've liked what you've seen here, please like, comment, and subscribe.